of Defense went through its 7th audit and failed. Actually, this is just the 7th year in a row that they have failed. I'm sure they've been audited a lot longer, but they failed, and they're just unable to account for 60% of their 4.1 trillion in assets.
We don't know where the money is. Are we supposed to track that? We don't know. What's an accountant? We don't have accountants. And then they're like, this new guy can't do it. Like Hegseth can't run the DOD. You know what I mean? It's like he can't do this. He doesn't have enough This is the thing. It's like they just want more of the same old, same old. They don't want to do they don't want to have change. They don't want to experience anything new. They don't want any shakeups. They want more of the same because they want to continue to steal more of our money. This is what they want. So anybody who resists change, reject them.
Yeah,
because they want more of this.
Needed more than anything right now.
Totally.
Big fat changes. I mean, just imagine that's $2.46 trillion that they just poof. Like they just don't know.
No accountability.
Don't know where it is.
Can you imagine?
I cannot.
Zero accountability with these people. Somebody said, check. I'm sorry, I didn't see your name. Check under the couch cushions. Yeah.
Right.
This is the thing. They've gotten so used to just taking our money and having zero accountability. I mean, this is the Pentagon, you guys.
Yeah. Mike Benz lost his crap about this in a podcast. Here he is to just show how big this actually
Pentagon is a $35 trillion accounting black hole. God. $35 trillion. Okay. The Pentagon has lost more money than the entire gross domestic product of the United States.
My God.
One federal agency, the Pentagon, has lost more money than the entire country brings in.
It's unreal.
Process that.
I can't.
I know.
I cannot process it. I can't even process $1 trillion. I can't. My brain, I can't. Do not compute. I can't.
It is absolutely disgusting the way that these people just mismanage our money because they don't care. They just know it keeps coming, and so they don't care. The what is her deputy defense secretary currently, a woman by the name of Kathleen Hicks, was being asked about this by Jon Stewart, and the condescension, the utter dismissiveness that she has, her attitude is so infuriating. Fists are going to form, you guys. We do not condone violence on this phone, on this show.
But we're okay with the fists forming. We're okay with that.
Fists are going to form when you see this. So you're about to watch this clip. Just brace yourselves because you're going to be mad.
There is a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse within a system.
Audits and waste, fraud, and abuse are not the same thing. So let's decompose these pieces.
Please educate me on
Sure. So an audit is exactly what you just described, which is, do I know what was delivered to which place?
Right.
Oh my God.
The ability to pass an audit or the fact that the DOD has not passed an audit is not suggestive of waste, fraud, and abuse. That is completely false right there. So
what is
now it's a question of, it's suggestive that we don't have an accurate inventory that we can pull up of what we have where. That is not the same as saying we can't do that because waste, fraud, and abuse has occurred.
Oh my God.
In my world.
Yeah.
That's waste.
How is that waste?
If I give you $1 billion and you can't tell me what happened to it, that to me is wasteful. That means you are not responsible. But if you can't tell me where
what a
it
biatch,
went, then what am I supposed to think? And when there has been reporting, I mean, this is not, look, I'm not saying this is on you and that you caused this, but I think it's a tough argument
to make
that
I know.
an $850 billion budget to an organization that can't pass an audit and tell you where that money went.
Oh my God.
Like, I think most people would consider that somewhere in the realm of waste, fraud, or abuse because they would wonder why that money isn't well accounted for. I get back to this idea of like, I'm not looking to pick a fight with you, but I am surprised at that the reaction to these questions are, you don't know what an audit is, bucko. Like, that's just weird to me.
Okay.
Okay, so he's like, in my world, which is
Reality.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice that you don't have to live there, but the rest of us do. And we're the ones who are footing the bill. It's just,
I mean,
yeah, it's like that tweet before you played the clip. It said it's the entrenched mentality, and it is entrenched. And we gotta unentrench these people.
yeah,
we gotta unstick them because they are so stuck.
Smugness, right?
Yeah.
Like the smugness was just, the fist performing,
and
man.
it's the same smugness you see in the people who don't want change. Like when they all these people who are like the Pete Hegseth and all these people who are being appointed to these positions who are conduits for change, who are conduits for like breaking
They're
up
disruptors.
They're disruptors, and they are going to break up this mentality, right? They're going to disrupt all the people who are like, oh no, we can't have that. They love this. They love to be entrenched. Oh, we're going to unentrench you so hard. Cannot wait.
I cannot wait either. And I also cannot wait to get settled into my new home and I can start ordering me some Omaha steaks again. And I'm going to be doing that really, really quickly because right now there's 50% savings site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, you get an extra $30 off when you use our code CHICKS. Just because you watch our show, you get an extra $30 off the 50% discount savings already at omahasteaks.com. Can I please recommend, and I know I've said it before, but I cannot recommend it strongly enough, the pepper jack risotto balls. Amazing. The seafood, amazing. I know that they're all about steaks. I know. And the steaks are phenomenal. But there's so many other things that they have there that you wouldn't necessarily think about. And you can create your own bundle, right? Like you can create your own package of yumminess at omahasteaks.com. It's a great time to do it. Save 50% and that additional $30 off. This is a perfect gift for the hard to buy for, and it's a perfect gift for yourself. omahasteaks.com. All right, here is somebody to break down why the whole system, all these different agencies have gotten so bloated and so full of themselves and so power hungry. It's because aside from those cabinet appointments at the tippy top, there is no accountability. This is something that I know Trump is determined to change, but here's an explanation of why it's so bad right now.
3 million people who work for the federal government. Of those, the president basically appoints 3,000. And it takes forever to get them through.
Yeah.
So we have roughly 3 million people who don't report to anyone.
Right.
Nominally, they're supposed to report to the executive branch, but the president can't fire him. We talked about on a previous show, if Elon had gone into Twitter and he hadn't been allowed to fire anyone, do you think he could have restored free speech to Twitter? Of course not. They just would have kept doing whatever they wanted to do. And that is the big problem in the federal government right now is we are ruled by a fourth branch of government that is not in the Constitution, that doesn't report to anybody. It is not subject to elections. We can't vote them out and we can't fire them. And they have been in the forefront of trying to stop Trump and the larger reform movement that he represents. Ever since Trump got elected in 2016, remember, it was members of the administrative state, specifically the security state, who said, don't worry, we're going to be the insurance policy against Trump. And they have done everything possible through the Russiagate hoax, through lawfare, through the whole Steele dossier hoax, to basically try and stop Trump and the reform movement that he represents. And the big question of Trump's second term will be whether he can finally subdue this bureaucracy and bring it under Democratic control, under the control of the executive branch, as the American people want, and as I think the Constitution intended. Right now, we are run by an unelected branch of government that has to stop. And what Trump represents is not dictatorship, but democracy, the triumph of democracy over this bureaucracy.
Yes. Amen to that.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, and what exactly do you do here?
Right. All 3 million of you.
Oh my God. The founders never wanted that for us, you guys.
No.
I mean, these people on the left will scream about democracy and the Constitution. Do you think our founders wanted 3 million bloated people in our government just sucking off the teat of taxpayers? They did not want that. And that's precisely what they're doing. Do you think those people are paying my retirement? No.